Tales of a Hunter by Ryman8989. Read by 10shadowblaze01. After a long and cold winter, spring finally arrived and with it new life. The snow was beginning to melt and you could see the grass for the first time in months. It felt great to be outside in the sun again. Anyone else would naturally go out for casual strolls with their loved one and just enjoy the nice weather. Not for people like me though, because there's a lot of work to be done around this time of year. What kind of work, you ask? Zombie hunting, of course. What? Didn't anyone tell you that zombies usually freeze during the winter and thaw out in spring? Luckily, they all don't thaw out at once. We can easily find them now without all the snow in the way. We find some still frozen and destroy them before they get the chance to back up and infect the entire area. Others we find wandering around are still half frozen. Zombie hunting isn't an official profession, so we have no choice but to hunt in small groups or even go out solo. I myself had to go hunting with my brother. We never got along very well, but we know well enough to leave our issues at the door when out hunting. My brother likes to think he knows more about zombies than I do, but I think he just gets most of his information from movies. So, in my opinion, my brother doesn't have that much zombie knowledge. Now, don't get me wrong, my brother is a very smart man. It's just that I think he should study Zombie 101 more. But where he seems to lack up info, he makes up for in skill. I've seen that man take on numbers that would make most men run in terror. I value my brother for his experience fighting the undead, and I would trust him watching my back any day. But enough about my brother. I guess I should tell you about our hunt. When spring hits the state of New York, it'll be sunny one day, and the next day you'll wake up to a few new inches of snow. But it still stays warm enough for the undead to thaw out. My brother knocked on my door early one morning and told me to get my gear together and meet him down by the trail near the college. Now, to be fully honest, this was my first time hunting in this area, but my brother already had a good 2 years at the school. So, since he knew the area a lot better than I did, I had no problems letting him take charge. I hid my equipment in my school bag and headed down to the meeting spot, and of course my brother was already there. He shot me a dirty look and just asked me, "What took so long?" I didn't give a response and just shook my head. "Just follow me and keep it down," he whispered. I gave a nod in agreement and followed him to the trail. A professional hunt is supposed to go at a snail's pace. Take a few steps, listen to your surroundings, then continue. Whenever we suspect a ghoul to be close by, we communicate with hand signals we can easily understand. A few hours passed by and we only found out about 3 zombies still frozen. It was like shooting fish in a barrel. Only we refrained from using our firearms. We were trying to keep a low profile. Not from any zombies walking around, but from the general public. The sun was starting to go down and we both decided to start heading back. Our kill count for the day was 12 total. It was a slow day. I like the slow days. When we were halfway back to the trail, we saw someone running towards us shouting. It was some woman around my brother's age, scared out of her mind. She asked us to help her. "There's some lunatic chasing after me." Me and my brother glanced at each other and agreed to see if it was our game. As it turned out, it was a ghoul. My brother told me to stay with the woman as he took care of it. If you blinked, you would have missed it. He took out his machete and buried it halfway through the zombie's head, all in one quick motion. I didn't even have the time to shield the woman's eyes to the event. Our kill count was now 13. As my brother was looking back at us, he had a funny look on his face. When he walked back over, he asked the woman, "Did this man hurt you in any way?" I looked down and noticed what my brother noticed. The woman seemed to have been bit in her ankle. "Ryan, you go on ahead. I'll catch up." I didn't say anything. I knew what was coming. It was something that every hunter has to go through. When we got back to the school, we both said good hunt to each other and went on our own business. Our total kill count for the day was 14.